What's up, Clipsy fam? We're kicking things off with some major news out of Lancaster, where Police Chief Richard Mendez is calling it a career. After 25 years of dedicated service, this groundbreaking chief, the city's first Hispanic police leader, is retiring at the end of the year. This marks the end of an era for the Lancaster City Bureau of Police, and the search is already on for his successor. We'll dive into what this means for the city and who might step into those big shoes. Next up, we're heading to York County, where a chilling premonition turned into a terrifying reality. Court documents are revealing a suspect, Matthew Ruth, allegedly stalked a property the night before a devastating police shootout. We're talking binoculars, camouflage, and a history of alleged arson. This story has layers of intrigue and danger that are just starting to unfold. And speaking of York County, the reality of that horrific police shootout is hitting hard. We're getting a closer look at the individual identified as Matthew James Ruth, the man who tragically took the lives of 3 officers and injured 2 more. This incident has sent shockwaves through the community and the law enforcement world, and we're breaking down the timeline and the devastating aftermath. Finally, we're sending our deepest condolences to the Edgewater community as they mourn the loss of Officer David Jewell. This brave officer was killed in the line of duty, and the community is rallying together, seeking answers and supporting his grieving family and the entire police department. It's a somber moment, but the strength of community shines through. Make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on so you don't miss any of these crucial updates. Lancaster's top cop is stepping down. Get ready, because Lancaster City Police Chief Richard Mendez is officially retiring at the end of the year, closing the book on an incredible 25-year career. Mendez, who made history as the city's first Hispanic police chief, was sworn into the top role in July 2022. His departure signals a significant shift for the department, especially as Mayor Dainin Saris, who is also concluding her term, and the incoming mayor will be tasked with appointing his interim replacement. The city has already enlisted a search firm to find candidates for this pivotal position, and the community is buzzing about who will lead the force next. Don't go anywhere, because what happened next in York County is absolutely chilling. We're about to uncover the disturbing details of a suspect who allegedly stalked a property right before a deadly police shootout. Chilling stalking incident preceded York County shootout. In a developing story out of York County, court documents are painting a disturbing picture of events leading up to a recent police shootout. Investigators have identified Matthew Ruth, 24, as a suspect accused of stalking a property the night before a fatal officer-involved shooting. According to a police report, on Tuesday night, September 16th, an officer responded to a report of a man with binoculars looking into a house on Har Road. The caller described the suspect as wearing camouflage and possibly arriving in a black truck. While police didn't locate the man at the time, they did find a black Ford Ranger pickup truck parked nearby. Further investigation revealed a trail camera photo showing Ruth in camouflage, appearing to look into the house with what looked like an AR-15-style rifle. The caller identified Ruth as her daughter's ex-boyfriend, who had never been to the house and allegedly set the daughter's truck on fire back on August 20th. This incident has raised serious concerns about prior threats and stalking behavior before the tragic events that followed. But the story doesn't end there. The full, tragic scope of the York County incident is even more devastating. We're diving deep into the identity of the gunman and the heartbreaking loss of officers in the next update. Tragedy in York County. Gunman identified after killing officers. Day of unfathomable violence has rocked York County, Pennsylvania, where 3 police officers were killed and 2 others were injured in a devastating shootout on Wednesday, September 17th. The gunman has been identified as 24-year-old Matthew James Ruth. Law enforcement officials revealed that the incident began when officers from the Northern York County Regional Police Department attempted to serve Ruth with a warrant following reports of him stalking a nearby property the previous night. While officers were conducting a follow-up visit on Wednesday, Ruth allegedly opened fire from a cornfield, killing 3 officers. The situation escalated when Ruth moved toward a house, exchanging gunfire with York County Sheriff's deputies. 2 deputies were wounded, but 1 returned fire, ultimately killing Ruth. Authorities are still investigating Ruth's motives and whether he was specifically targeting the ex-girlfriend or the officers. The Pennsylvania State Police and the York County District Attorney's Office are leading the investigation, assuring the public there is no ongoing threat. Finally, we turn to a community united in grief and solidarity. We're honoring the life of a fallen hero and the resilience of those left behind. Edgewater mourns fallen Officer David Jewell. The Edgewater community is in mourning following the tragic death of Officer David Jewell, who was killed in the line of duty on Monday. Residents are stepping up in a powerful display of unity, offering their unwavering support to the police department and, most importantly, to Officer Jewell's grieving family. In the wake of this profound loss, the community is coming together to seek answers and to ensure that Officer Jewell's sacrifice is honored. This heartbreaking event underscores the dangers faced by law enforcement officers every day and the deep bonds that connect communities to their protectors. That's all the breaking news for now, but don't go anywhere. We've got a rapid-fire recap and all the ways you can stay connected coming up next. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. We saw Lancaster City Police Chief Richard Mendez announce his retirement after 25 years, Matthew Ruth identified as the suspect in the devastating York County shootout that claimed 3 officers' lives, and the Edgewater community mourning the loss of Officer David Jewell. What a day of news. If you found this update valuable, smash that like button, subscribe to Clipsy for more, and ring that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms and drop a comment below telling us what you think about these stories. We'll see you in the next one.